Hey everybody, Stephen Key here. Oh, this topic I hear all the time, and hopefully I can shed some light on this. You come up with this wonderful idea, you put together great marketing material, and you've made your list of companies, and now you're calling companies, but even before that you file your PPA, right? Okay, good, your provisional patent application. And you get distracted, you start working on something else, time goes by, and next thing you know, you haven't got interest from a company yet. Or maybe you do, but they haven't signed a contract yet. And that year's coming up because a provisional patent application, which we call a PPA, basically just gives you 1 year to contact companies. But here's the trick, a year goes by fast. You can put patent pending on your idea, but still it's 1 year. And the problem with that, a year goes by way too quick. And what do you do when your provisional patent application is ready to expire? Don't panic. Now, you have a choice. You can file a non-provisional patent application, right, if you have interest, right? Or you can get a company to pay for it if you're in a licensing agreement, if you have that in there, if you negotiate that. But you're going to have to file a non-provisional patent application, and that could get real expensive, and maybe you don't have the interest yet. So this is what you could do. First of all, a year goes by quick, so work as hard as you can, first thing. Second thing, if your year's coming up and you know you have a big project, let's say, and you know it's going to take longer than a year, make sure you have everybody sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, and make sure that NDA has language that they're not going to publicly disclose it for at least 3 or 4 years. So guess what? You can now, coming up on that year, you can file it again. That's right, you can file it again because you haven't disclosed it to anybody, right? Now realize you're going to lose your prior date, and you're going to have to start from the date that you filed the second one. Okay, so what? You lost time. And you can also do this. Now, some companies don't like to sign an NDA. All right, do this. Show them your sales sheet or your video sales sheet in such a way that they understand the benefit, but you haven't shown how it works. And when they ask how it works, then ask for them to sign an NDA. Very, very simple. That way you can kind of navigate this disclosure issue. Now, realize this. If you're just showing it to a company to license, here, I love this, you guys. I just got this information. I've heard this before. This is beautiful. If you're licensing your idea, that public disclosure clause doesn't really go into effect because it doesn't trigger that 1 year because you haven't offered to sell it. You've also offered to license it. That's a wonderful thing. So if you haven't shown it at a trade show or put it up on your website or did something silly like that, you could actually refile it again. No harm, no foul. Okay, so here's the other thing you can do. Let's say you have shown it on your website, or you've gone to a trade show, and your 1 year's coming up, and you didn't have people sign NDA, so you have publicly disclosed your idea. You have two choices. Either file a non-provisional patent application, ouch, gets expensive, or have you made improvements? Have you changed it? If you've changed it enough and made improvements, file that now, right? And that will give you now another year with those new improvements. But the old improvements are not the old improvements, but your original one has gone away. It's in public, and it's public domain, so you kind of lost out on that. So what I'm really talking about is how to navigate your intellectual property, how to extend your provisional patent application. And if you get caught in a bind of that 1 year, what can you do about it before that happens, right? So you can have people sign an NDA, right? You can offer it for sale, offer it to license but not to sell, perfect. or if you make improvements. But please understand, a year goes by quick, you guys, and I don't want you to be caught in that bind of, hey, no one wants it yet, I've been too busy, but now I got to file a patent that's going to cost $20,000. Ouch! Be ready, be prepared, work hard. Once again, this is Stephen Key. Thanks for watching.